Hello, this is Hans Hobbies, and today I have a quick review of the Tamiya Lunchbox Junior. So, in the previous video I did a unboxing of it and a quick little overview of all the parts and all that. And as you can see, I have it all built. It took me about 2 hours to build the body. No, the actual chassis didn't take that long. The chassis only took maybe um like 45 minutes to build, just because I forgot to grease the gears and had to take it apart again. So if you're following the instructions, you could probably get the whole thing built within an hour. The body kind of takes a little time because you do have to paint this front grille and the bumper and the rear bumper and the lights, and also apply all the decals. So what this thing is, this is a mini four-wheel drive, which is Tamiya's other big portion of the hobby. It's not quite radio control. They're just motorized models basically. All they can do is, as the name suggests, they're four-wheel drive, and there's a little switch under here, and when you turn it on, you can see that it's four-wheel drive. And being 1/32 scale, that's where it gets its mini name. And you can see my hands on it. It's pretty small. I'll show you a size comparison in a second. But even though the function is kind of limited on it, I think if you're a big Tamiya fan or just a fan of the Lunchbox, it's definitely worth picking up. I personally wouldn't pay over $40 for it. I know sometimes these tend to run kind of on the expensive side on eBay, just because sometimes there suddenly seems to be they suddenly randomly tend to get rare. I fortunately was able to find it from a vendor in Hong Kong who seemed to have a large supply of these, so I got it close to the regular price, which, if you can see here, is 1,400 yen, which is about $14. So I paid $20 for this, and I did pick up a second one that I'm gonna paint up in a different color scheme to match my actual lunchbox. But yeah, the tires are a lot more aggressive than the full-size lunchbox, both in the appearance and in compound. These are very, very soft tires. They're very nice tires. I wish the actual lunchbox came with tires this soft and grippy. They do not have any foams in it. It's just air, just like the full-size lunchbox. Being a kit, all the wheels and everything is removable. The motor can be upgraded if you want. The wheels could probably be changed. They're just held on by these little plastic caps. They just push on like that, and that's what holds the wheels on. It does also have a wheelie bar back here because it can actually wheelie. You can't pop the wheelie, but you can set it like that, and will actually hold the wheelie like that. It's just gonna zoom by, but I can just run it real quick. Everything's falling apart. But yeah, you get the point. It's really hard to show you the wheelie function on this really small area. As you saw, one thing you do have to look out for is because the wheels are so large and the tires are so sticky, it will grab everything and it'll flip around and everything, and it makes it really hard to pick up while it's moving, especially when it's upside down and the tires are up here, because it's really hard to try to grip up here like that without touching the tires, because the moment you even brush against the tires, it's gonna grip and rip itself out of your hands. So I would recommend running this mostly just on like large flat areas, where you can like chase it down and pick it up by the body. Any sort of wall or incline that's too high, it's gonna make it flip over and whatever, and then it's gonna make it a pain to try to pick it up and turn it off. And also, this body isn't like impact resistant styrene like it is on the full lunchbox. It's just like typical plastic model, like static model plastic, as far as I can tell. So yeah, one of the gimmicks that you saw is the wheelie, and another gimmick is it can actually run sideways. So it comes with these little black caps that simply slide on like so. And this one I think is also supposed to help it run like on the track, like the RC, the mini 4-wheel drive tracks. I'm not an expert on that, so if you know more about that, you can let me know in the comments. But it gives it a kind of a cool like spiked wheel look, but its main purpose is so you can drive it like sideways like that, which I think is a pretty interesting gimmick. And these just simply pop off by grabbing here and just ripping them out like so. They're kind of hard to grip sometimes. I would probably paint these yellow just so it doesn't black out the wheels once you put them on. And while I'm displaying them, I'll probably not use those caps. Once you're done building this kit, it comes with oops, this box is falling again. There are some extra parts. There's this light pod, which kind of looks like the front light pod of a Monster Beetle. So maybe it's leftover parts from that. Because I do know there's a Monster Beetle Junior also. There's also this like truck roll bar, and the lights up here fit on it, but the lights up here, its original purpose, they're kind of really on there, but their original purpose is it fits up on here, and this is a light bar that's supposed to go up here. And what I assume happened was they saw that this light bar gets included in the mold anyway, so they just thought maybe just drill a couple holes in there and put a light bar on it and make it look kind of cool. But I don't think the light bar looks too cool on the van. Maybe it was a truck or something. But yeah, it also comes with this piece that I have no idea what it's for. It looks like it's for another truck also, but that's included. And it also includes this extra bushing, just in case when you're like removing the wheels and stuff, you lose one of these. It's nice that an extra is included. So the body on this is removed by taking these two clips off, these side rails. They just pull right out, and the body just lifts up. A couple complaints I have about the body is the window piece. It's just held in with these two little plastic caps, these little like plastic like cylinders, and they don't fit in all the way. No matter how hard I try, they don't seem to like sit all the way. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but it makes the window kind of like flop around a little bit. So I'll probably try to just glue them in here or something. I'll figure something out for that. Also, the yellows don't really match on this car. I haven't painted this. The only thing I've painted is the bumper and the grille and the rear bumper and the taillights. But the yellow of the body, the yellow of the background of the stickers, and the yellow of the wheels. They're all different shades of yellow, which is kind of annoying. But like when they're just sitting on your shelf or something, you can't really tell unless you like look real close at it. But it does encourage you to paint the model if you want it to look like perfectly color match and like look the best that it can. Because as it is, it just doesn't match. I would try to match it with the yellow on the sticker, just because it seems like some of these stickers, like some of the areas of the sticker, it might be hard to like cut away and trim out, especially like this like smoke area, because that's including the yellow. You would have to cut each of these letters out individually and place them, which I mean could be done, but also these little tiny ones down here would have to be individually cut out. So instead of doing that, it might be just easier to just match the yellow to the yellow of the stickers. I also, from what I could tell, these stickers seem like they're paper stickers, which is kind of unfortunate, because if you get them wet in any way, they're probably gonna ruin the sticker. But I guess I can let it slide because it's not really supposed to run outside anyway, from what I could tell. So it's kind of whatever. The stickers are pretty well replicated though, for the most part, even as a license plate, all the little like other detail stickers, they're all on here. And this body seems like it's a lot more accurate than the Lunchbox Mini that just came out. That body, uh, it only resembles the Lunchbox because of the color scheme. It looks like a pretty like low res version of this, basically. So with the body up, I keep knocking this thing over. I'm sorry about that. You can see it runs on 2 AA's. This battery strap just unclips like that. And as you saw earlier, the switch is just down here. And the moment you turn it on, it's just running. The switch isn't the highest quality, so sometimes it gets kind of stuck, which makes it difficult to turn off. But I don't think most of us are gonna be running this car very much anyway. It's mostly probably gonna sit on the shelf. So I guess that's not too big of a problem. It's more of a model. It's more of a static model that just happens to have a motor in it. So there's nothing else much to it. It's just a really simple model, and it's a really good looking model. If you paint it, I'll probably go back and try to paint it. But yeah, I like the proportions of this a lot more. This freaking box won't stay up. I like the proportions of this body a lot more than the regular Lunchbox. And I think it looks a lot more accurate to like a real monster truck. You can even see like the solid axle design in the front and the rear. So that's a pretty nice touch. So the final thing I'll just do is a quick size comparison. So here is a standard nickel metal hydride battery pack. You can see the size comparison between that and the car. Here's a buggy rear wheel. Here's a pot of Tamiya paint. Here is a Hot Wheels car. And finally, here is it, and here it is next to the full-size lunchbox. You can see how small it is. I can cover the whole thing with my hand, whereas this one, you really can't. So the width of it fits just within the width of the lunchbox body. And the lunchbox is considered a pretty small car too, which just shows how much smaller this guy is. Yeah, but because I'm a big fan of the lunchbox, I don't regret getting it, especially for the price I found it at. At $20, I don't think it's a bad kit, especially since just a regular static model usually costs around 10-20 bucks anyway. It's nice that you can have a pretty detailed static, like a little model that can also have some gimmicks and move around and stuff. And it's not too big, whereas it'll get in the way of your desk or your shelf or whatever. But yeah, I think I might start looking out for these mini 4-wheel drive replicas, like Junior series, and start collecting them. I might look for the Monster Beetle and the Blackfoot, because I do have the full-size versions of those, and I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm not sure if they have a Midnight Pumpkin, but that would also be pretty cool too. But yeah, it was supposed to be a quick review, but I don't script these things, and especially these one shot deals, and it seems to have run kind of long. But if you stuck around this long, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, give me a like, comment, give me your thoughts, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.